Subscribe my channel and press bell icon to get all notification.
Hello students, now in this video we will discuss about the kingdom Monera. So let's start with the kingdom Monera. Monera, which is the first kingdom of the five kingdom classification that was given by Whittaker. In the kingdom Monera, all the prokaryotic organisms are included. So we can say that all prokaryotic organisms are included. And in this, the main members of this kingdom Monera are the bacteria. So the sole member of this kingdom Monera are the bacteria. तो इसमें हम जब भी मोनेरा किंगडम को हम स्टडी करते हैं then we study about only the bacteria because they are the main or the sole member of this kingdom Monera. These prokaryotic bacteria or prokaryotic organism, they have some specific characteristics, like you know that is a very simple thing, that they do not have any proper nucleus. कोई proper nucleus इनके अंदर proper present नहीं होता. Proper nucleus is not present, like such kind of nucleus in which the nuclear membrane is not found. And if the nuclear membrane is not found, then nucleus is it's a genetic material. So we can say genetic material is found, but it's a net genetic material which is found into the cell of such kind of organism. And with this proper nucleus, the cell organelles, which are membrane bound cell organelles, they are also not found in this organism. So all the membrane bound cell organelles are also not found. So we can say cell organelles are also absent in such kind of organism. Cell organelles be absent रहेंगे. And when these cell organelles are not membrane bound, they are present. They are not bounded by any membrane. The enzymes, the proteins which are present in these type of, and all the things which are present in these organelles, they are just remain in the cytoplasm of the cell. Cytoplasm में ही present रहेंगे क्योंकि किसी भी तरीके से यहाँ पे separation नहीं हो रहा है nucleus का या फिर membrane organelles का, cell organelles का. So this is about these organisms. They are very simplest type of organism in which the 70th type of ribosomes are found. And then nutrition की अगर हम बात करें, some bacteria are autotrophs but some are heterotrophs. So दोनों तरीके का ही nutrition हमें bacteria के cases में देखने को मिलता है. ये हुई बात इनके बारे में bacteria की. अगर अब हम बात करें the habitat, at which place these bacteria are found. Habitat से related अगर हम बात करते हैं तो we can say that bacteria are found at every place. There is no any place onto the earth where these bacteria are not found. They can found in extreme cold condition. ये बहुत cold conditions में भी मिल सकते हैं. They can found in hot conditions, like they can be found in hot springs also, hot water springs. वहाँ hot conditions में भी मिलेंगे. Even they are found at every place, in water, in air, even on the body of the organisms also. They can found on the body of organism as well. They can found inside the body of organism where they live as a parasites. So they can found every place, at every place of the earth. They can be easily founded. So now they're on the basis of their habitat, that at which kind of places they can be found. These places the bacteria are divided into two categories. हम यहाँ पे दो categories की बात करेंगे bacteria की. ये इस basis पे बनाई गई है कि bacteria कि किस तरीके से survive कर सकते हैं. The first type of bacteria are the archaebacteria. Archaebacteria. These are the bacteria which are the ancient bacteria or primitive bacteria. So ancient bacteria, ये ancient bacteria हैं, and these bacteria can survive extreme conditions. They can survive extreme conditions. We will study about these also in detail. They can survive in all extreme conditions. And the second categories of the bacteria are the eubacteria. These are the eubacteria which are known as modern bacteria or true bacteria. So these are the true bacteria. When we study about the bacteria, we study eubacteria. अब हम eubacteria ही study करते हैं. These are the true bacteria or modern bacteria. They are known as eubacteria. Now let's see that bacteria has the many shapes. जब हम eubacteria को study करेंगे, then we will discuss that many bacteria are of different shapes. So what are the common shapes of the bacteria that are found in the base on the big different types of bacteria? So these are, now we will discuss the shapes of the bacteria. Bacteria can be rounded, bacteria can be circular, they can be roll-like, they can be spiral shaped, or they can be comma shaped also. So on the basis of these shapes, bacteria has different names of different types. When bacteria are oval shaped or circular shaped, then we call these type of bacteria which have oval or circular shape. These bacteria are known as cocci bacteria. In bacteria को कहा जाता है cocci bacteria. When the bacteria have rod shaped structure, जब rod shaped structure होती bacteria की, such kind of bacteria are known as bacilli. इस तरीके के bacteria कहलाएंगे bacilli. And the third, when the bacteria are the spiral shaped structure है bacteria की, then the bacteria are known as spirillum bacteria. इस तरीके के bacteria को कहा जाता है spirillum bacteria. And the bacteria could be of coma shaped structure. अगर coma shaped structure है, then these kind of bacteria are known as vibrio bacteria. So these are the some common shapes of the bacteria which are found. Out of these four, cocci, which are the circular shaped bacilli, which are the rod shaped bacteria, spirillum, which are the spiral shaped bacteria, and the coma shaped bacteria, these are known as vibrio bacteria. These are the common shapes which are found, and out of these, the most common bacteria which you will study are the bacillized bacteria. These are the most common type of bacteria which are found everywhere. So we will study about these bacillized bacteria when we study the bacteria. So these are the different bacteria, and these bacteria can be found into these means individually, or they can be found into the colony. They can group together, making two or more than two bacteria. They can group together. When then we will call it in different term. हम उनके लिए different terms use करेंगे. Like in the case of cocci, which are the circular bacteria, when two cocci bacteria join together or they live together, then we call them diplococcus. Then the word which we use for such kind of bacteria, that is diplococcus. Diplococcus are the bacteria when the two cocci bacteria are live together. When the bacteria are present in a chain-like structure, many cocci bacteria, when they combine together and they form a chain-like structure, then we call them streptococcus. These are the streptococcus bacteria, and they can make a such kind of group also. इस तरीके से अगर बहुत सारे cocci arranged हैं, then we call them staphylococci. Staphylococci. So these are the terms which we use when the bacteria are found in the colonies. Two bacteria join together, then we call them diplococcus. When many bacteria form a chain-like structure, then we call them streptococcus. And then many cocci make us such kind of structure in which they are joined with each other, over each other. Then we call them staphylococci. Simpler type of terms also used in case of bacilli bacteria. When two bacilli bacteria join together, then we call them diplobacillus. When they form bacillus bacteria make a chain, then we call them streptobacillus. And when the bacilli are joined together over each other, then we call them staphylobacilli. So these are the terms which we use for explain the shape and their colonial arrangement of the bacteria. So this is about the bacteria on the basis of shapes. The bacteria can be classified on the basis of flagella also. Flagella, which is the structure which helps them into the movement. So flagella can also be a criteria for the classification of bacteria. On the basis of flagella, the bacteria can be classified into two categories. हम इस classification भी देखते हैं flagella. On the basis of flagella, the bacteria are classified into two categories. One is trichus. First है हमारे पास trichus, and second one is atrichus. If the flagella is present, then the bacteria are known as trichus bacteria, and if the flagella is not present, then the bacteria is known as atrichus bacteria. तो ये हो गए two हमारे पास categories on the basis of presence or absence of flagella. When the flagella is absent, so there is no need to do classify any further कोई classification की जरूरत नहीं है. But if the flagella is present, and at which place or how these flagella are found, on these basis also these trichus bacteria are further classified. अगर हम देखें कि flagella है, suppose this is the structure of bacteria and it has only one flagella at one end. एक ही flagella है और single end पे present है, then such kind of bacteria are known as monotrichus. Such kind of bacteria are known as monotrichus. And if single flagella are present at both end of the bacteria, then these kind of bacteria are known as amphitrichus. The word that we will use is amphitrichus. And third type of bacteria, when many flagellas are found at one end, they are here, such kind of structure is found, many flagellas are found at one end, then we use the term that is cephalotrichus. And in the next category, when the group of flagellas are found at the two ends or the both ends of the bacteria, then the word that we use is the Lophotrichus. Lophotrichus. For this kind of also you will found the name Amphitrichus because the flagellas are found at both ends, but Lophotrichus can also be used. And the last category of the bacteria in which the flagellas are found all over their body, other flagella bacteria, fifth category in which the flagellas are found all over their body, then this kind of bacteria are known as Peritrichus. Then we use the word Peritrichus. So these are the types of bacteria on the basis of presence of flagella. If flagella is present, then we call them trichus bacteria. On the basis of presence of bacteria in different locations, then monotrichus, amphitrichus, cephalotrichus, Lophotrichus, and the peritrichus words can be used to show the location or the numbers of the flagella which are found on the bacteria. The flagella which we discussed here, let's see the normal structure of the flagella also. फ्लैजिला जो कि बैक्टीरिया के अंदर प्रेजेंट होती है, इस फ्लैजिला में इसकी इंटरनल स्ट्रक्चर क्या होती है, इसके बारे में अगर हम बात करें तो फ्लैजिला हैज द थ्री इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट. दिस इज द पार्ट ऑफ द बैक्टीरिया व्हिच हेल्प द मूवमेंट. इट हैज थ्री पार्ट. फ्लैजिला तीन पार्ट से मिलकर बनी है. द फर्स्ट पार्ट दैट इज द बेसल बॉडी, द लोअर or the first part basal body, second part is the hook, and the third part of the flagella is the filament. These are the three important parts of the flagella by which it is made up of. The basal body, this part of the flagella is embedded into the cell envelope. Bacteria has the cell membrane as well as cell wall. ये cell envelope form करते हैं. इसी cell envelope के अंदर जो basal body part होता है, flagella को embedded रहता है. In the basal body, it has some rings-like structure. Basal body में कुछ rings present होती हैं, which are present into the cell envelope. In the case of, we can say that basal body has rings. It has the rings, and the number of rings are also varies. In the basal body, the rings are found, and in the case of gram-positive bacteria, the gram-positive bacteria has the 2 rings, and in the gram-negative bacteria, the number of rings are 4. So we can say that there are the different numbers of rings are found in gram-positive and gram-negative bacteria into the basal body of the this flagella. So here we have drawn the basal body. हमने basal body draw कर रहे हैं, and these are the 2 rings. 2 rings हमने यहाँ किए, and these 2 rings are joined together by a solid structure. ये जो 2 rings हैं, ये एक solid structure से joined रहती हैं. This solid structure is known as rod. So in between these rings, the rod is present. यहाँ पे rod present रहेगी, जिसके थ्रू ये rings आपस में joined रहती हैं. And in the case of gram-positive, 2 rings, and in the case of gram-negative, 4 rings will be found. And they remain embedded into the cell envelope. सभी cell envelope में embedded हैं. This basal body is now joined with a hollow structure. Its structure से joined रहती है. This is again a dense structure by which this rod of this flagella is remain attached. This is the hook. So this part of the flagella is the basal body. This is the basal body, and this is the hook. And out of this hook, a filament is found. The filament which is found above this hook, or which is remain joined with the hook. यहाँ पे hook के साथ joined है, that is the filament. And this filament is made up of a protein. That protein is known as flagellin protein. तो ये flagellin protein से बना हुआ filament है, which is found, it's remain attached with the hook. And this proteins is the globular protein. ये जो protein होता है, ये globular protein होता है, and this globular protein is found into the filament into a helical structure. Like suppose this is the filament, तो protein जो होगा वो इस तरीके से helical structure में arrange रहता है in this filament part, and that's why this filament of the bacteria is a solid structure because the proteins are found in the helical form in all these filaments. So in this way, that flagellin proteins are arranged, that is the globular proteins, and they form a means they form a solid filament which helps in the movement for the bacteria. So these are the three parts of the flagella, that is the basal body, hook, and the filament. In the case of eukaryotic, when we discuss the flagella of the eukaryotic structure that we already studied, in the eukaryotic flagella, the structure of the filament has a 9+2 arrangement. But in the case of prokaryotic, where the flagella has no 9+2 arrangement, it has a solid structure where the globular flagellin proteins are present in the helical form. So this is about the filament and the hook and the basal body. Complete structure is known as flagella. And on the basis of flagella, we have two categories of the bacteria, that is the trichus bacteria and atrichous bacteria. And further bacteria are divided into different categories, or they will be known as by different names by the numbers and location of the flagella also. And here we discuss about the gram positive and gram negative bacteria also. As you know that we completely studied about the differences of gram positive and gram negative and the procedure of gram staining also in our previous video, that is related, that we done into the chapter that cell unit of life. So you can watch this video again to clear your doubts about the gram positive and gram negative bacteria. The link of this video is given into the description box, so keep watching so that you can recall these topics, gram positive and gram negative bacteria also. So this is about the introduction of the bacteria. When we discuss about the Monera, in the kingdom Monera, we studied about the Archaebacteria, Eubacteria, and we will study or we include the Cyanobacteria and Mycoplasmas also into the kingdom Monera. So we will study all these groups of the kingdom Monera in detail. And but before we starting all this, we have to study some important life processes of the bacteria. बैक्टीरिया के अंदर जो प्रेजेंट होती है कुछ लाइफ प्रोसेसेस, जिसमें से हम 3 इंपॉर्टेंट लाइफ प्रोसेसेस यहाँ पे स्टडी करेंगे, दैट इज न्यूट्रिशन, respiration and reproduction. So we will study about all these 3 important life processes of the bacteria in detail. After that, we will take the examples of bacteria that are included into the kingdom Monera. So keep watching, keep studying and keep learning. Thank you.